Hi everyone, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to feature a really cool product from Inateck, something that's extremely useful in fact. But in addition to that, I'm bringing back, hopefully, this is up to you guys, but hopefully the Q&A sessions. They used to be really popular back in the day. All of you used to tune in, you used to pose lots of questions as well. And so I thought I'd bring them back in this particular broadcast. So I'm relying on you to pose some questions. If you are watching live, then I will answer your questions during the broadcast. So this is a live broadcast at the moment. So if you've got any questions at all, tech related or not, but try and keep it on the tech subject, then you can put them in the live chat. And then if you've got any questions that you want answered in the next Q&A session, I'll pull those from the regular comment section below. So if you're watching this after the live broadcast and you've got any questions at all, pop them in the regular comment section. And if you've got any questions you want answered during the live broadcast, then do put them in the live chat area. So let's take a look inside the live chat. We've got CK2 Gaming. Good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in live. And also Mark Appleton. Thanks very much, Mark. I appreciate you tuning in live. Now, while we're waiting for more people to tune into the live broadcast and post some questions, let's take a look at the product. Now, this little product might sound outdated because it's USB 2, but it isn't. This is a really useful product. It's from Inateck. This is what it looks like, and it's their USB-C hub and on-the-go adapter. So it's a very, very useful product. Let's just see if I can get that to focus in on that for you so you get a little bit better look at it. There we go. So it's a really useful product. It's got a captive, so you can't disconnect this cable, but this is USB-C, so really useful connection for laptops or smartphones, tablets, etc. Anything that you can use an on-the-go adapter for. And if you plug this into a compatible smartphone, then you get access to all of the other slots and ports on here. So you've got two USB 2 ports on the side. We've also got, I think on this side here, we've got a memory stick and also an M2 slot on the side here. And then here you've got SD and also micro SD. Round on this side, we've also got another USB 2, so 3 USB 2s in total, and then there's also a little power port. That's for if you need to actually give this power. So you can use another USB port, plug this end into the hub, and this end into some sort of power brick or USB port on the side of your laptop, for example. So it's got multiple uses. You can, of course, use it on a laptop. If you've got the latest MacBook Pro that takes USB-C, you can use it on that. Or you could adapt that connection to a standard USB-A type connector, and then you can plug that into a regular USB port on the laptop, but it's really designed for on-the-go use. So you could plug this in, like I said earlier, to a compatible smartphone or a tablet, and you can gain access to what's on your memory cards without having to sort of worry about using Wi-Fi and things like that. It's just a very, very useful product. So as I say, it's sort of on first glance, when you read in the title of this, if you check out the links in the video description, there's some links to where you can pick this up for yourself. It says USB 2, and a lot of people think, well, USB 2, you know, we should be up to USB 3 speeds. I am not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure that most mobile devices, even though they've got USB-C on them, don't support USB 3 speed yet. I may be wrong on that, but USB 2 is certainly sufficient for mobile use, and having an on-the-go adapter like this is very, very useful indeed. So as I said before, there are links to where you can pick this up down in the video description. They are affiliate links. They earn me a little bit of commission. They don't cost you a penny extra. And also one other disclosure, Inateck did send me this in free of charge to feature in this video, but I tell you the good and the bad as always. And as I mentioned, the only sort of small negative is I'd like to see a USB 3 version if that's possible. If that's possible, maybe the next version will be USB 3. So that's a little product from Inateck. As I mentioned before, this is a Q&A session. I'm going to cover off some questions whilst I'm waiting for your questions in the live chat. that actually come in very regularly, and I've been seeing this a lot lately regarding the audio and the equipment I'm using for the live broadcasts, of which some has changed. The things that have stayed the same is I'm still using the Sony AX53 camera, which you can't see because it's capturing the video for this broadcast. It's connected via HDMI, which goes into an Elgato Cam Link. It's not the 4K version, it's the regular 1080p HD version, and that in turn connects in via USB to my iMac, which is behind me here. And then the software I'm using is OBS to do the broadcast. Free software, works extremely well. A few little niggles with the mixer. For audio, I was using the Rode NT USB, which is just out of shot at the moment. This is a USB microphone. That's just up there for backup purposes, because this little lapel mic that I've got on here is a wireless system. Don't know if I can show you this, but I've got a battery pack. Here we go. I've got a battery pack just down here, which is connected to the lapel mic. This transmits wirelessly to a receiver, and then that receiver is then connected into a Rodecaster Pro. Now the Rodecaster Pro handles up to 4 microphones, so 4 microphones in total. I have reviewed this on the channel already, the Rodecaster Pro, superb piece of kit. As well as being able to record to an SD card, micro SD card, sorry, it also acts as a USB audio interface. It also allows you to play samples back. So for example, the jingle that you heard at the beginning of this video, I can bring in and you can hear that playing. So it's very, very cool. And I can trigger up to 8 different samples or 8 different audio loops and bring them in and out of the broadcast as and when I want to. And it's just a great piece of kit, and that controls all of the audio. So that sort of explains, I think, oh, one other piece of kit I use during the live broadcast is the MacBook Pro here, which I primarily use just to see your comments, you know, and check that the stream's okay. So let's dive into the live chat, see if we've got any questions. Blix is asking, can you use it on the new iPad Pro 2018 and use an app to see the videos and other files? Very good question, referring to the Inateck USB-C on-the-go hub. I think it should work. I haven't tested it, but it should work on tablets, and the fact that the iPad Pro should support this directly, I think it should work. So it's a very cheap device anyway, and I'm sure if it didn't, you'd still find other uses for it anyway, but it should in theory work. We've also got a question from CK2 Gaming. Would you say that 4 cores on a desktop gaming, editing, streaming PC are enough in 2019? I built my system in 2015 with an i7 6700K. I think it should be fine. You might find some of the very sort of intensive tasks being a little bit slower to complete on it, but it should still be up to most tasks. It may be something that's reliant on a graphics card. You might look at upgrading your graphics card. I don't know which one you're using at the moment, but certainly the processor, and from what you've described, it should be up to most tasks, especially for streaming and things like that. So, but the beauty, of course, of having desktop PCs is you can, of course, upgrade. So if you do need to upgrade a component in there, maybe add more memory, or maybe change the graphics card out, or even change the processor out, as long as you buy a compatible socket processor, then you can upgrade that and switch that out for something more modern if you find the need to. So I think the advice I can give you really is just to try it, and if you're finding you get frame drops while you're streaming, for example, then look at which component is causing those frame drops. If you're playing gaming and you're playing games, sorry, and you're finding drops in frames during gaming, maybe look at the graphics card as a component that you can change out. Lots of different things you can try. So a process of elimination. You just mentioned you're running a GTX 970, which of course, as you're aware, isn't the latest graphics card, but if that's running fine for you in games, then I think that sort of answers the question. If it's not, then swap that out for a newer graphics card. So that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As I mentioned before, if you want to pick up the Inateck Hub, there is links to this in the video description area. There's also a link to the Inateck website. If you've got any questions you want answered in the next Q&A session, then please do leave them in the regular comment section below. I can't promise to answer them all, but I'll pick out some of the really ones that stand out and try and answer those in a future video as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Have a fantastic day ahead. Please do hit like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very soon.